What is going on, guys? My name is Toadski and I'm back again to bring you guys yet another video. And if you guys don't know, I had made an update video a couple of days back. I think it was about 5 or so days ago from me making this video right now. So what I asked you guys is to answer the question that was in the straw poll, and I'd collated all that data, and I had decided to start up a Pokemon Platinum Egglocke. So I know that we already just did an Egglocke, we just lost an Egglocke of Pokemon Vault White 2, but there was such an overwhelming amount of votes for another Egglocke that I just couldn't refuse to do another Egglocke. So here we are, doing a Pokemon Platinum Egglocke. So the top game that was actually voted was Pokemon X and Y. However, I really wanted to do this Egglocke for you guys, so I decided to go with the second game, which was Pokemon Platinum, Diamond, and Pearl. And I thought the Platinum was probably the better game to go for. So now, here we are, making a Send Me Eggs video for Pokemon Platinum. So I hope you guys do end up to enjoy this video. And if you guys do, make sure to smack the like button down below. And also share it around so we can get as many eggs as we can within this Egglocke. But before we get started, there are a couple of rules that we need to go through to make sure that this Egglocke runs real smooth. So first off, we're going to head and have a look at these rules. So the first rule that is going to be for this Pokemon Platinum Egglocke is that there is no limit whatsoever to the amount of eggs that you can send to me. So it doesn't really matter if you send 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, 4 eggs, 5 eggs, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't really care. As long as you guys send as many eggs as possible. We want to make sure that this Egglocke runs real smooth and that we have enough eggs to cater for the amount of Pokemon that we will be capturing as well. So make sure that you guys send in your eggs, and yeah, that'll be all good. That'll be really cool if we can get a really large amount of eggs, and I really hope that that we do, because, you know, the more eggs that we get, you know, the more smoother this Egglocke's going to be, and, you know, the more fun it's going to be, because there's going to be a wide variety of different Pokemon to hatch, and I just really cannot wait to get this Egglocke started. I really cannot wait to see what you guys are going to send me in these eggs for the Pokemon Platinum Egglocke. Rule number 2 of this Pokemon Platinum Egglocke is that no legendary Pokemon are allowed to be inside of these Pokemon eggs. I don't really know what else to say about this. Just make sure that there's no legendaries allowed. There is no legendaries allowed whatsoever. No Regigigas, no Latias, no Mew, no Jirachi, no Deoxys, none of that shit. No legendaries, please. Please, no legendaries. Rule number 3 is to make sure that all of the eggs that you send are in their basic stage of evolution. Therefore, if you want me to, let's say, get a Jolteon within the Pokemon Platinum Egglocke, you have to send an Eevee. And then again, you can also send items with your Pokemon eggs, so you could send an Eevee with a Thunderstone. If you do that, that is completely fine. Just make sure you don't send Jolteon itself. If I do end up hatching a Pokemon that is a legendary or it is not a basic stage evolution, I'll end up either releasing it or not using it. So make sure that you guys make them all legitimate, and your egg will be used within the Pokemon Platinum Egglocke. The last rule for this Pokemon Platinum Egglocke is kind of a really cool rule in that all eggs must be nicknamed. So the fact is that if you send me over, let's say, a Gibble, make sure that the Gibble is nicknamed, the Pokemon egg is nicknamed, rather, and then I'll nickname the Gibble after whatever the egg was called. So therefore, you can nickname it whatever you like. So you can name it after yourself. If your name is Josh, I'll nickname it the Gibble Josh. So just make sure that you guys have all of your eggs nicknamed that you do send, and it'll just make this Egglocke so much more fun, and it'll make the viewers, you guys, so much more enjoyed with the Egglocke itself, because, you know, if I hatch your egg, it's going to be named after you or whatever you want it to be. So make sure that you guys leave a nickname on the eggs, and it's going to be so much more fun. Okay, so once you guys have understood all of the rules for making an egg for the Pokemon Platinum Egglocke, now we actually get into making the egg itself. Now, this application I'm using to make the egg is called PokeGen or Pokemon Generator. There will be a link in the description where you guys can just click it and download it, and then all you have to do, there's no installation whatsoever, you just open the program up, and then you'll get this screen right here. Now, starting off, before you make the egg itself, this is like one of the most important things of the Egglocke itself. You have to go to your options and choose your target game as Pokemon Platinum. If you set it as any of these other games, it's not going to work. It has to be set at Pokemon Platinum. That is very, very vital for the Egglocke. That has to be set at Platinum. Once you've set the game as Pokemon Platinum, now you can actually get into making the egg itself. So the species, I'm just going to say a Slackoth, just to make things a little easy. So we're going to go with Slackoth, because obviously it's my mascot. I love Slackoth so much, it's just amazing. Now, the next thing, you have to have a nickname. All eggs must be nicknamed. So we're going to call it power in all caps because it is absolute power. And you got to make sure that this checkbox is also checked so that there is a tick inside of it to make sure that it stays and it is classified as a nickname Pokemon. Now, something else that was a little bit of an issue within Pokemon Vault White 2 Egglocke that I did is the level. So you can see an L and then a colon here, and it has a number. So this is the level the Pokemon will be when it hatches from the egg. So you got to make sure that's set at level 1 and the experience is at 0 as well. Otherwise, it's going to hatch at a random level, and we do not want that at all. We don't want that at all. Next thing is the nature. Now, if you just hover over this drop-down menu, you'll get a little bit of an information paragraph, just kind of explaining like what each of the natures actually do. So you're going to make sure that you select the right nature. So we're just going to keep adamant for the Slakoth. So it boosts its physical attack, and it also lowers its special attack as well. So you can also give eggs held items. Now, the Pokemon that you have within the egg will hatch holding one of these items. So let's give it a choice band. Let's do it. Also, this is one of the most important parts of the egg making process. Happiness must be left at 0, and the reasoning for that is because when the happiness is left at 0, you will hatch the egg in 1 step, so you got to make sure that that is selected. Now, also something that was a little bit of an issue within the other Egglocke as well is you got to make sure that the ability is actually set, and it's got to be a legal ability. So we have to run Truant onto the Slakoth because that is its only ability that it can actually get. So we're just going to keep that Truant right there. Next, country, that doesn't really matter, and origin does not really matter either. This part is important though. You got to make sure that this egg box is checked, and then that will make it a Pokemon egg. Again, with the Vault White 2 Egglocke, I got some of the files and they weren't even made into eggs, so I had to manually do that. And then again, it kind of ruins the surprise, and I knew what kind of Pokemon it was going to be when I saw that nickname. So make sure that that is also selected as well, because that's a very, very big issue that happened in the last Egglocke. So next, moving on to the next tab here, the Met tab. You can choose what ball that the Pokemon can hatch with, so we're just going to keep it at a Luxury Ball, because I think the Luxury Balls are probably the best. And level, just leave that at 1. Also, date, caught in a building, that doesn't matter at all. Going on to the stats, now you can actually set your own IVs and EVs on the Pokemon, so it hatches with EVs already on it. So it's pretty cool. You can set these all at 31. We're going to set all of these at 31, and we're not going to touch the EVs because, well, you know, Pokemon that hatch usually do not have any EVs anyway, so there's no point in really changing that too much. Next is the attacks. Now, this is also another very, very important part of the egg making process, where you have to choose moves that the Pokemon that you've selected can actually learn when it hatches from an egg. So it has to be either egg moves or level 1 moves that it can actually learn. So we're going to teach Scratch onto the Slakoth. I'm pretty sure it gets Yawn as well when it hatches, so we'll get Yawn wherever that is. Yawn, there it is down there. And we'll also add Hammer Arm, because I know that it can get Hammer Arm as an egg move. So also leave the PP ups at 0 as well, because obviously when a Pokemon actually hatches, it doesn't have PP additions onto it. So if I do get PP ups or PP maxes, I'll use them within the game myself, so make sure you just leave them at 0 as well. And the original trainer, you don't really need to change anything here at all. So we're pretty much done with making the egg. The next thing is to click this little F icon next to the PID. Now this is like going to make it an actual Pokemon. So we click this, and this kind of characteristics will show up. Next, if you want to make the Pokemon shiny, you just want to click this box until you get a check mark. If you don't want it to be shiny, make sure it's left in this little black square box. So it's that'll keep it non-shiny. Now, the next thing is you see these are the IVs that are selected, and basically what you want to do, you want to click search, and it's going to search for a PID number, and this will actually make it a legitimate Pokemon. So we go search, there we go, already we've found one. But however, with this one, the speed IVs are at 29. It's not too much of a problem. If you are really OCD about it, well, you can't really do much about it yet. You get what you get, so anyways, we're going to accept that, and that is our PID number. Now, just to make sure that this is going to be a Pokemon egg, you want to click over here and click Set, and there we go. There is a Pokemon egg all ready to go. Now, we've actually created the perfect Pokemon egg. Now, to save the Pokemon egg, you want to click File, and Save Pokemon from tabs. And then from here, you want to go and save it wherever you want. So I'm just going to save it on my desktop, and I'm just going to name it. So I'll just show you this. This is another important part. When you send the egg over, make sure that you name the egg file the nickname of your Pokemon. So we're just going to call it Power in all caps. egg.pkm, and then save it, and then that's it. That is the whole process of making an egg, getting ready to send to me for the Pokemon Platinum Egglocke. So if you've completed every other step up to this part of the video, that means that you are ready to send your egg, your .pkm file, to me at toadskieegglocke@gmail.com. So make sure you attach the .pkm file to that email and just send it over to this email that you see on screen right now. And also, if you just wanted to copy and paste the email, it will also be in the description down below as well. So that make sure you guys get your eggs in as soon as possible, because the title of this video will actually have closed square brackets that say opened, and when they say closed, it means I've stopped receiving eggs. Also, you can go follow me over on Twitter, and I'll be putting updates as to when I'll stop receiving eggs over there. I'll be also putting up some numbers as to how many eggs we have at a certain position, so make sure you guys go follow me over on Twitter so you can be notified on how many eggs that we have at a certain time of the week or during the day or whenever. Or if you guys just want to know, you can message me over on Twitter at Toadski as well. So just to reiterate, make sure you guys send your eggs in as soon as possible to toadskieegglocke@gmail.com. Guys, so this is going to conclude today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and if you guys have, make sure to smack the like button, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post on my channel, including the upcoming Pokemon Platinum Egglocke, then make sure to hit the subscribe button below, and make sure you guys get your eggs in as soon as possible so that we can get this Pokemon Platinum Egglocke underway and we'll get it started. So I really cannot wait to get this Egglocke started. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.